Are we that unusual that we share a Facebook account?
It's pretty unusual, but the thing is, we opened ours, I mean, right when it kind of opened up to the rest of the public from colleges, and that was in 2007. But we did it because we were the Todd and Erin show. It's Todd and Erin, that's what we do. And I run 3 Facebook pages now, and I'm too tired to open a personal page. I'm sorry. So yeah, we're fairly unusual.
So when I jump in, I always go Todd here, so they know if I'm being smart-ass that it's me. But last night. And usually, people are messaging. Erin had a meeting about girls' night out coming up, and
you still think this is funny? I was threatening to set you on fire. One of our friends works for the Attorney General's, and she goes, "I can't be part of this conversation."
Brilliant.
What is wrong with you?
It was so brilliant. So I'm sitting there, and I'm goofing around on Facebook, and all of a sudden a message pops up, and she goes, "Hey, they had a meeting last night, and they said, hey, are you close?" And I said, it just hit me. You could have seen a light bulb go off right next to my head. It's like ting, and I said, "Yes, I'm on." Like Erin, "Yes, I'm on my way." Oh, don't forget to ask me what happened after the kids went to bed last night. So she walks in to how many women?
8.
8 women.
Yeah, some of my closest friends, so that's good.
And they're going,
professionals.
"Hey, what'd you do last night?"
And I'm confused. I'm like, am I insane? They said, "No, you just sent this message." And I'm like, did I have sort of like a mental brain cloud? Because I don't. And I looked at it, and they're like, "No, what were you guys? Were you?" And they went through some scenarios, and I went, "Yeah, but that's not the point." What?
Touchdown.
And that's why I'm going to set the Todd on fire. But it will be an accident, so there's no premeditation.
So just a joint account is just, that you just have more opportunity to.
This is just pure entertainment value for you, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
I cannot look anybody in the eye again.
Oh, that's so funny.
Really?
Did they laugh?
Yeah, me.
Job well done. Let's talk quickly about fire donations.
This is kind of cool. It's another permutation of Tell Me Something Good, where amazing things have been happening around the fire down in Utah County. First bit of good news, firefighters have contained part of the Bald Mountain fire, and they've grown containment on the Pole Creek fire to about 25%. Now, at this point, these 2 fires have burned more acreage than, picture Utah Lake in your mind, they've burned more acreage than that.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty intense. But what happened is people started sending supplies and donations. That started with the firefighters. Hey, can we feed the firefighters? Can we send in water, sunblock, or whatever? And now it's at the point where, like, well, crap, there's all these evacuees. And they all came running out of their house with nothing. So the Nebo Advanced Learning Center in Salem has become like this spontaneous warehouse of stuff. And there's thousands of donated items. It's pretty cool. So I think it might be worth donating some time to either go down and help, maybe sort things, or maybe bring donations down.
Who's running it? Do we know?
It's just the neighborhood. It's the community. The Griffin family were from Woodland Hills. They had been displaced, and they had literally just picked up their son from the airport, coming home from his mission in Peru, and he goes, "I don't have a toothbrush." I mean, it was literally that bad, where people are like really excited. They actually got toiletries and stuff, because that's not really what you're thinking when you're running from a fire. So what they're saying is anyone needing donations and supplies who's been displaced by the fire is welcome to go to the Nebo Advanced Learning Center warehouse. They can go to Salem at any time between noon and 6 p.m. for, I guess, the forthcoming future.
Say the name of it again.
It is the Nebo Advanced Learning Center. It's in Salem City.
So in case you have other things you want to donate, you might want to call them and find out what they actually need.
I'm sure there's always a big needs list of things that are specific that always keep going out the door.
Right, diapers.
But I love the concept, though, that this is the first thing people thought of. What can I do to help?
Right.
I could go do this. And it's amazing, and we've seen this so many times with volunteerism, where, we've had you all joined us, and we did searches and different things, and you came up with these logical things that I'm like, well, of course you would need this on a search. You would need sunblock or a fanny pack. I was like, you guys are so good at this.
But just to find out what they need and focus on that, and it will be taken care of by you, which is so cool.
Because you all rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we're already decorated for Halloween.
We're decorated.
Someone
was putting up, it's like, remember, it's only 13 Saturdays till Christmas, or I forget what it is.
Look, it's September 20th. I think we are so clearly like screaming down the aisle towards Halloween that of course we should have decorated.
Because you're jumping, the Christmas people, they'll bother me because they're jumping over Halloween, they're jumping over Thanksgiving.
They don't matter to me.
You don't care.
We're going to focus on the right
holiday. You're
holiday.
playing Christmas music now.
No, not yet. You got to enjoy Halloween, and then I don't care what you do.
You can be as crazy as you want, but really? Anyway, last year we made a Christmas Halloween tree.
We've been doing Halloween trees for about the past 8 years, and so the kids and I are used to going up in the mountains with Todd, and we find some big downed branch from like a windstorm or something.
There's a windstorm.
And it's got to be creepy and like gnarled.
Strangely, there's a windstorm prior to Halloween that allows us to do this. It's almost like a sign, a Kwanzaa miracle. And so we thought, well, maybe we should explain this, and I think this will. Hey, it's Todd and Erin, and it's time for a Halloween tree. Yes, Halloween, time to bring dead stuff into the house. So this is the biggest one we've ever had, and how easy this is, well, let me show you. You need a white bucket. You need a bunch of crazy branches that you found in the woods. You need a bag of Quikrete, and all you do is you pour the powder into this after the branches are in and just add water, and it will set. Now, we found these in the Uintas, and all the different scraggly bits work really well. And the other thing we did this year that we haven't done before is we found some old sagebrush in the mountains and added it, and that's what gives it all the filler that makes it look like this. Now on to the decorating. All right, the tree has now got its lights on, and now the artisan takes over.
There's my girl.
Stop kissing the vulture.
Look, it's nothing without the Halloween vulture on the top of the tree.
All right, what's first?
The next thing is you want to put in all of like the deadery versus the greenery. And the nice thing about this is that you can totally pull things from your garden as well. If you take a look at those really pretty golden leaves, that is our Virginia creeper, which turns this beautiful color during the summer into early fall. So you can pull those down and you can use them throughout the tree to kind of thicken it up. And they're a gorgeous color. And then when they wither, it's great because they're dead and it's a Halloween tree. So next, we put in the decorations.
And may I say, once again, there's glitter in my house.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Oh, that's good.
This is like the Norm Macdonald show. And the guest
Well,
is
you're
like,
never quite clear if we've begun again.
Has this started? And he goes, oh, ladies and gentlemen, David Spade. And he goes, is this how this is run? It's the worst show. He introduces them walking out. There's a cooler there. He offers some beverage.
It's kind of like an ADHD thing, like, hey,
We
we're
haven't
having a nice
started yet.
conversation. Why do
Right.
we want to wait and just, go
Right.
through the formalities when we're here and we're having a good time?
It's just the weirdest show on Netflix.
Is that the one that's on Netflix?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. So we really haven't started, right?
No, we haven't. Have
Okay.
we? Did we say anything wrong at the beginning of this?
That's entirely possible. But we did talk about the Halloween tree, and now we're coming back from that. So I think we've started. It's the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. How are you? Hey, first of all, I have more Erin's Night Out tickets. If you have not gotten yours, and I am kind of surprised how close I'm getting towards the end of the tickets, this is a really good time to drop your comment and also share the show today. That qualifies you for the tickets. I'll do the first 25 girls, and you get 4 tickets to the 18th annual. We've really been employed that long. 18th annual
Sort
Erin's
of.
Night Out. It's down Saturday at the Salt Lake City downtown Radisson. Saturday, October 20th is going to be an amazing night. So I can send you notice of everything that's going to happen, get all your information set up for you, and you're ready to go. So just a comment and a share, and boom, you're done. We don't like effort.
Let's start a fight. Healthcare. I just saw a new video out by come on, The Mask, Bruce Almighty. Help me out.
Morgan Freeman? No. Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey's Canadian. And he talked about healthcare, and he talked about his mom, and he talked about all these different things. And he was just like, it's a beautiful thing. But I think American companies in the U.S. are starting to figure out maybe they can do it better.
This is the part that's interesting to me. Now, I'm not talking about healthcare itself. I'm talking about medical insurance companies.
Right.
They are 18% of our economy. 18% of our economy is medical insurance companies. Not your healthcare, not that part, just the insurance companies.
Canadians 3.
So this is what's so fascinating about it. And now we've talked before about a couple, like for instance, Amazon.com,
right.
and said we feel like we could do better here. CVS is, which is the
broadcasting.
No, CVS is the store, the pharmacy store.
It's the pharmacy store. Right.
They're purchasing Aetna. We used to be with Aetna, remember, the insurance company, and they're expanding their services with them. So here's Walmart.
So they're doing it by themselves.
Here's Walmart.
Oh,
Walmart is now looking at opening their own insurance corporation healthcare system to operate within their stores. And their logic is pretty good. First, they say we have a lot of senior citizens, so we can expand it to Medicare and Medicaid. They said, if you're here getting your health care done, you can throw some items into your cart and you can do your shopping at the same time. Talk about one-stop shopping. But it's actually kind of interesting. They say we're already one of the primary pharmacies in the country.
Right, right.
So if we can add health care to this, and then we can give you health care coverage through an insurance company.
There you go.
So it's very, very interesting. It's kind of exciting to me, though, because it's gone through 3 or 4 different major companies now where they are. They're like, we're not comfortable just sitting here and buying this coverage and paying you all this money, and our people aren't getting what they need.
This is like my dream come true, because one of my dreams, Erin and I have 2. One is I'm a greeter at Walmart.
You would be so cute in that vest.
I would, because the other people are actually asleep.
Hey, you can get nappy there. I'm sure there's reasons.
And our other dream is working the poop duck down at Lake Powell.
Where else are you going to meet people? Everyone has to dump poop.
Let's
God,
talk
we
about,
dream so small, don't we?
Well, it's important. Lower your standards, people. Speaking of lowering your standards, let's talk about dating, shall we? I got some information here that I think is kind of interesting. When you go, body language, your body language, and what it says about how you're
this,
doing.
I can't even hide my expressions, and now my body language is screwing me over. That's awesome.
Doing this.
What does the nervous hand wringing thing do?
Nervous and maybe a little little insecure.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, it's a date, right? It's a first date. Everyone's nervous.
What's your favorite color? Do you have any cousins?
What's your favorite letter? Hands don't move. Sitting on the table.
What does that mean?
It means you're frightened.
Really? Like I'm going to be still like a rabbit, like waiting for the hawk to fly over?
How about your hands underneath the table?
What does that mean?
It could be something like you're hiding something, like you're
like subconsciously, you're not telling the truth, and so your hands are kind of down here, like
you're a convict or something. You're on the run. You're with the witness protection program.
You're doing a first date when you're on the run from the law?
They need love too. Keep your hands in view. What you do with your hands. Like if you move things in front of you, like you take the salt and pepper shaker, and what you're doing is you're building a wall, or you take your glass and you slide it forward in front of you. Now this is
my space. Don't come into my space. This is my fort.
If you lean back, if you cross your arms.
Well, this is also good on the other side, because if you are dating, you start seeing people do these things. You're like, okay, maybe I'm coming on too strong.
Maybe I can make you relax some more.
Maybe I can back off, and we can be more amicable. Yeah.
There's other things too, is like propping up your head with your hands.
I do that all the time.
And this is either I'm really into you and I think it's great, or I'm bored. But this is like a boudoir picture pose.
No, that's this.
Oh.
So that's a hard one, though. So they either really digging what you're saying, or they think you're so boring they want to die. That doesn't seem like, it seems like there should be more of it, like nuance there.
If you're carrying a bag and you have it in your lap, that's a bad thing.
You're going to steal my purse.
You can run at any moment. You can run at any moment. Some of the other sites.
Aren't you going to take off your coat?
Right. No, I'm going to keep the coat on. Why do you got track shoes on? It's okay. Why are the keys in your hand? What's that about? And mace. I'm secretive. That's if you put your hands down. This one, leaning forward.
Now that should be interesting. Like, I'm interested in what you're saying right now.
I am, and I'm interested, and I think you're great, and I think it's just like great. Or you could be like Erin did and jump over the table like an Olympic hurdler and land into my lap. Both methods work. So lean forward, or I'm going to do the Olympic thing.
Okay, can we be clear that subtle verbal cues don't work with you? Can we point that out?
What?
That you can initiate subtle verbal cues with Todd for 50 or 60 years and he still won't catch it?
That's because you say women are flirting with me, and I don't believe it.
Well, that's because you're sweet and you don't view women that way like you want me, don't you? That's never been your thing.
No.
You've always viewed women as friends. And so
Right.
you may not notice when they're being flirty with you. There was the time that girl asked you to autograph her arm and you went, oh, I think I can find some paper. That I kind of was amazed that one didn't pick up with you. But yeah, I mean,
I don't remember it being her arm.
I was trying to be nice.
Oh, okay.
All right, tell you what, when we come back, we've got Tell Me Something Good, and we'll also tell you how you can win a $100 JCPenney gift card. Stick with us.
Can I talk about the scooters?
Yes, you can.
All right, it's coming up next.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Welcome back to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. We've kind of overcome some of our differences, and
Where's my scooter story?
it's right there, you big baby.
This is great. Do you know that 3 companies have signed up to drop scooter share? They have a capped limit of 500 scooters. I've
That's
seen.
1,500 freaking scooters racing around Salt Lake City. We're a big city, but nothing is that big.
Now they're all GPS. Don't steal one. They know where it is.
They'll just come and get it.
They
from
can
you
also
and
talk
charge
to
you.
the scooter, saying how busy it is, where it's been. They can track it on a map. They know when it needs to be charged, when it needs to be picked up, where it should be dropped off because they're being used more.
By the way, there are some
They-
areas they're
scary.
looking for people who would like to be charging stations, and they
Really?
actually pay you like it's your house to be a charging station. It's like maybe if you were downtown or Marmalade Hill or one of those areas. And by the way, if you're going, oh, this is Salt Lake City, I don't care. Oh, no. Layton City, Bountiful, Provo, and Orem, and I think Lehigh are already talking in negotiations with scooter people. So this is all coming for you.
This is great. In October, they're going to start because they're going to take it right up to snow time.
Makes sense.
And the biggest problem they're having, obviously, is people riding on the sidewalk. Now, in some parts of the city, you're allowed to. In other
How
parts,
do you know
you're
which
not.
parts you're allowed to,
I
then?
think if you get arrested and pistol whipped.
Okay, that would help.
I'm not sure. The cool thing about it, running around town, no parking.
That is nice.
You just take the kickstand, leave it there, and you adios.
And I have loved the places I've seen them. It's funny because we're on a group messaging board with like the neighborhoods that are sort of around us, and 90% of what I've seen so far are complaints about the scooters. But there's this awesome video from this one girl who goes, found this just abandoned on my lawn. Light's still on the scooter is still running. She goes, so I went to the grocery store, got some groceries done, came on back on their dime. Thank you very much. Because someone had forgotten to turn it off.
It's $1
Just
started.
dumped it on her lawn.
This is interesting because yesterday we were talking about what it actually costs with
Oh, yeah.
tires and gas and all this stuff.
Payments and interest and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. What it costs to drive a car, it's 59 cents a mile. 59 cents a mile. And scooters are 15.
15 cents, yeah.
I know. That's a pretty good deal.
Right up until January. Then it falls apart.
Maybe they come out with like skis on the front, you know? That would be
A little
awesome.
protective shield.
Be
But that is
awesome.
pretty cool. I mean, so yeah, they've got 3 now, and they're taking 3 different companies. And this is coming to you, even if you don't think it is. We were just sort of the test market here in Salt Lake. But if you're in Ogden, boy howdy, they're on you.
But see, they've dealt with this. They've done this project in other cities, so they know what the deal is. October, they're going to start an educational program about getting off the sidewalks, where to get off the sidewalks. You know, got bike lanes, how to manipulate. Because it's a little scary for people who haven't been on the bike lane before.
The thing that's hardest for me, though, is I always worry. I'm a mother. I can't help it. I really worry that no one's wearing helmets. And if you're not on the sidewalk, it seems like your chances of getting hit by a car are greater. I'd almost rather jump out of your way on a sidewalk than watch you get hit by a car turning right on the street.
If you ride your bicycle on the sidewalk, you can get a ticket. you'll get a ticket
I would
because
almost
it's
rather have you do that because I'm too stressed out watching people without helmets on go out on the streets.
She
I am
actually
such a mother.
she
aren't I?
yells out the window at people driving
No,
by.
I don't yell. I offered to buy them a helmet.
I go, they're longboarding.
I don't care. They need a helmet.
They're,
It's like you could be my child and your head is cracked open like an egg on the sidewalk, and every day is just like, please.
all right, tell me.
I'll buy you one if you'll just wear it.
Tell me something good, would you?
I would love to tell you something.
This is brought to you by PC Laptops.
All
If
right.
you're looking for a laptop or a desktop, $7.99. Here's the charm and deal. You can go online and get something, but when it comes time to fix it, you are so screwed because if you go to PC Laptops, parts and labor are covered for life.
Lifetime guarantee. Oh, they fix phones too, by the way. Which
Okay,
is
go
pretty
ahead.
Nice.
Tell me something good.
This is the coolest thing ever. Tony Alsop. Now he's like just what you would picture. He's just kind of like an old trucker guy. He's got the trucker hat, big mustache, just kind of soft spoken.
Like 51.
He's in his he's 51, and so but he's an animal lover. And when he'd heard about all of the problems with Hurricane Harvey with Texas, where naturally when you rent, a lot of people are leaving pets behind, and cats and dogs, or maybe goats or armadillos or your horses. You just don't know. And so he went, well, how can I help? He went and bought an old school bus.
This is back when.
Ripped out the seats and then filled the passenger area. This is 2017. And filled the passenger area floor to ceiling with kennels. And then he started picking up as many animals as he could in his cages and then taking them to shelters out of state where they were taking the displaced pets.
And this was at another hurricane site where he was practicing.
Then
sort
he went
of.
to Hurricane Irma and did it as well.
Right.
And he said, my greatest regret so far is that I couldn't help Puerto Rico with Hurricane Maria.
His buses don't float.
Kind of a sad thing, but this is so sweet. So right now, as we speak, he's piloting his way across North and South Carolina, rescuing pets from Hurricane Florence. He picked up 64 animals in just 2 days and then turned around and brought them all to another shelter that's out of the region before turning around and heading back down the coast so he could pick up more animals. I'm like, look, they have lives too. Animals, especially pets, they always have to take the back seat of the bus. But here in this bus, I'm going to give all the fuel. I'll even pay for a boat if I can get the animals out of there.
And plus it rides high enough that you'd be okay to go through a little bit of water.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of what I've read also is a lot of the different agencies, the animal agencies around the country are also setting up places where they can see if the dog or cat's been shipped.
Yeah, see if they can reunite them with their owners.
And
which
then
has
putting
happened
that
a lot.
on a website where now they can go and find out if they're there.
I love this. The St. Francis Animal Shelter in Georgetown County, South Carolina, praised Alsop's efforts on social media, saying, Tony swooped in at 4 a.m. Wednesday morning to pick up our leftovers. These are the dogs with the blocky heads, the ones with heartworm, the ones no one else will ever take, and he got them to safety. The dogs with the blocky heads.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but I love him so much.
Blocky heads.
So that's such a cool story.
All right,
that
so
makes me happy.
if you like Tell Me Something Good, there is a Facebook page. We happen to run it. It's called Tell Me Something Good on Facebook. And stories like this, that's all that's there. There's nothing bad.
Nothing mean, nothing hateful.
And
If
you've
you're
been
having a day where you need to be, your soul needs something better, this is the place.
And you've been sharing your stories, the stuff you've heard,
Those are
which
the
is
best.
which is the best thing. So Tell Me Something Good on Facebook.
And just drop on by. We'd love to have you like the page and then drop a comment about something that's good in your life and that interests you to win the $100 JCPenney gift card.
All right, so there you go. It's a Todd and Erin daily stream. We'll see you tomorrow. That was really funny, though, when I told your friends to ask you about.
I can't believe you did that to me. Because, yeah, I was so flustered. I admitted, well, yeah, but because I don't remember writing this. And